Baseball from the Lone Star State. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Houston Astros. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Houston Astros.
So almost ready to get underway on the hill here today. Framber Valdez.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Ready to go now. Ian Happ up to hit. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Got him swinging. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Runner on the go. Next offering is fouled back. Runner goes again. Tapped softly on the ground. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Singy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. Just missed. In for a strike. It's 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back here with my pal Singy, and our pitcher in this game, Jameson Taillon. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Next offering way off the plate. Got him. And that's the first out. So digging in, Jake Myers. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
Full count.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting third.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
That one fouled off, 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. That's
Ball
down
three.
and in.
Full count.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Rip towards third. Whips it across.
That's an out.
And they get Altuve for the out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. New inning getting started. And now it's Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson.
The 1-1 is fouled off. That pitch just misses the inside corner.
2-2.
Now 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Slings to first, and Swanson is set down. Now here is Michael Busch.
Michael Busch.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Good
1-2.
late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his third of the game. Nico Horner will come up to hit. And that's downstairs. And it's 2-1. Two outs. That one misses, and that's ball 3. And that one off the inside edge. You walked him.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And they'll do it again. Step off throw to first. Horner back in on a dive. Second inning here, no score. Backed off the plate that time.
3-2, 2-out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
First and second, 2 outs. And the batter now is Reese McGuire. On the ground, right side. Fires over to first. And that is the inning. Back here in Houston, and now the right fielder, Cam Smith.
Right fielder, number 11.
Swing and a ball popped in the air.
Well, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Vic Caratini at the plate. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong moves after it. He makes the grab. 2 down. And now it's Christian Walker. One of the rare guys at first base that you almost think defense first. He is that good with the glove. You're talking about top of the list, elite defensive first baseman. And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball.
First basemen are involved in just about every single play. So when you have somebody so solid over there, you can breathe a little easier.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. And that is that. Back here in Houston, and now Ian Happ.
The other thing about an elite defensive first baseman like him, it just instills a ton of confidence in those guys playing third and short that have to make those long, tough throws at times, and he just handles them so well. So he really makes the entire infield better with his glove. A couple of hits in a row for him here. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Yeah, that's outside. You're not just talking about the ability to pick, Chris. One of the things about him, the range is impressive as he's able to go to his right and get to those balls in the hole. The 2-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Happ on his way to third. The throw in, and the throw's offline, safe at third.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's gonna find.
Oh, great grab on the dive.
Now batting, center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Happ, the runner at third. Tucker at first. One gone. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Huge strikeout there. And here comes Dansby Swanson.
In the grand scheme of things, this at-bat might not feel important because it's early, but it could create a domino effect for things to come. Control what you can here and have a strong at-bat.
And that misses. And the count's even at 2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Paredes. They get the force. Third out. Bottom of the inning. And the batter now, Cooper Hummel.
Left fielder Cooper Hummel.
Next one is off the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike. Way out front for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Out towards right center field. He's got it. And there's one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2.
One out, base is empty. And that's
Ball
way
3.
high. Full count, 3 and 2. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. It bangs off the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And in there with a double off the wall.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock. He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but, you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the last half of the third. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. And delivers outside.
That's a really good take.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases all loaded up. And here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Cam Smith. Next offering upstairs.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Swung on, looped into center. Base hit, 1 run in already. Fires to the plate. Safe. He beats the tag. It's 2-0.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. Just a simple soft liner into center field for the knock right there. Maybe a little bit fooled by the pitch, but he did a good job of staying through it, and that allowed him to fight it off and just get enough behind it.
Altuve, the lead runner at second. Smith at first, 2 out of the inning. There's a strike. Center field. Crow Armstrong on the move. And that'll do it. Back here at Dyken Park. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And he walked him.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Fires to second for 1, and that's 2. Ready to go, bottom 4. So now the Astros designated hitter, Victor Caratini.
Well, these Astros doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
So man aboard, Christian Walker up next for the Astros. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Cooper Hummel. Pitches in there. Going to count 1 and 2. Good eye in that spot.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Hauls it in, 2 away. Here's Mauricio Dubon.
The shortstop, Mauricio Dubon.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Goes to second. Save! And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. Just missed.
Well, out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final.
Oh, look at this. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to him, Reese McGuire. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Myers. Makes the catch for the out. Back to the top of the lineup, Ian Happ, the next to hit. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Now a check swing, but he held up. And there's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. It's gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 2-2. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. There's the strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get to the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
The throw to third, not in time. He's safe.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Swanson digs in. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Line drive. That's a base hit. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. 3-2. They take the lead.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So here's Horner now. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Fires across the diamond. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
That just misses, and the count is 2-2.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's.
Got him! He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jake Myers.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout. So up next, Jose Altuve.
Just not a good pitch to swing at. One reason he's an everyday player is he usually lays off of that junk.
That one outside, and now 3-1. Late on that fastball.
Full count. Swing
and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. McGuire makes the grab, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching.
Hunter
for the
Brown
Astros.
gets the call from the pen. He
Number
last pitched 2
58.
days ago.
Hunter Brown.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off for the
game.
Cubs,
So up now
third
for
baseman,
Chicago,
Matt
Matt Shaw. On the ground to short. Dubon to first.
He's out.
Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Here's
Now
Reese
batting,
McGuire.
Catcher, Reese McGuire.
Ball 2.
That's a hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with one away.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Next to hit, Ian Happ. Swings through that.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Now batting.
He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. That's a little bit low.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. That's a stone cold take.
And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And that's the 3rd out. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Cade Horton.
Now pitching
And
for
this
the
is an
Chicago
important
Cubs.
part of this game. Tight score
Number
and still a lot of
22.
outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Digging in, Cam
Leading off for
Smith.
the Astros,
So he came up clutch
right
earlier in
fielder,
this ball game and really just needs to take the same approach. Think hard right back up the middle.
Just off the inside edge.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
That's outside, and it's 3-2.
Full count.
And a swing and a miss. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Now
Here's the catcher to hit, Yainer Diaz. Home team down a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Diaz started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Now it's the DH, Victor Caratini.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
2 out, space is empty. And that one lifted in the air center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Drops into the glove. And that is the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Brian King.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Now, here is Pete Crow Armstrong. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
On the ground to third, and it stays fair.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice. You know, these Cubs, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
1 strike.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. That one the other way, takes it in for the out.
That's a big first out of the inning. He showed off his skills catching the line drive, but most importantly, he kept the runner out of scoring position. Things would look a little different if he didn't make that play.
Swings and lines one towards the gap, and now maybe extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He's safe. It's 4-2.
Well done, drives in the run. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
There's a swing and a miss.
1-2.
Bush, the runner at second with 1 away. Back foot slider struck him out. Matt Shaw digs in now. Next pitch is outside. On the ground to the left, Dubon handles, throws to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Christian Walker. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. In time to get him, 1 away in the strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination. Sometimes you just got to let the game come to you.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Swings and misses, struck him out. Mauricio Dubon now at the plate.
The shortstop, Mauricio Dubon.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Horner throws to first in time. That's the 3rd out. Inning over.
Now pitching.
Caleb Ort comes on now.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
And here's the catcher,
Leading off the
Reese
Cubs,
McGuire.
Catcher, Reese McGuire.
One now. In the air, left field. Hummel under it. Makes the catch. One away. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ. Check swing went around. Now 1-2.
1-2.
Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun. 2 down, bases empty. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Outside low, and it's 2-1. This one lifted in the air, left field. Hummel sizing this one up, brings it in, and that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Drew Pomeranz.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Back to the top of the order. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Isaac Paredes.
Well, these Astros looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Shortened a bunt and missed it. 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Suzuki pulls that one down. 2 away now. Now at the plate, Jose Altuve.
Jose Altuve.
And that's in the dirt.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that's out of play, a foul ball. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Crow Armstrong should have it and makes the grab. And the inning is over. Back here in Houston, all set to start the 9th in this one. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. And that one is lifted in the air. Smith under it. And there's 1 down. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give him one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. And a swing and a miss. 2 out. Dansby Swanson stands in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. The shortstop takes the ball.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Well struck left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Daniel Palencia.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And now the right fielder, Cam Smith.
Right fielder.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Just missed. That pitch gets the corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one hit to right. Suzuki in position. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. The Cubs trying to close out a 2-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. That's way outside, and it's 2-1. And a foul ball. Inside, and the count is filled up.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away. That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Victor Caratini. Up and in, ball 2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
He's got it, and there's 2 away. Pinch hitter coming on, Jeremy Pena. And this is a big at bat in this ball game. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. And a rope into center field, base hit. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out. So digging in, Cooper Hummel. Pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. That one misses, and the count is 3-1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touched it.
1 strike away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two on, 2 outs. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson. On to first. Ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
And your final 4-2. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire